Hello everyone and welcome back to Prestige Reef. Now those of you that saw my last video will know that today I've come to see a very, very famous person in the industry. It is Reef Dork. Those of you who don't know Reef Dork is essentially my nemesis. I'm just joking, but he is sort of like the Lex Luthor of the... I get away with so much.
Ryan's such a wind-up.
Yes. So, but he's no, as I said, so it's not very often that we get to see each other, but we're actually quite good friends. So I thought it'd be a chance to see us together. The reason I'm here is because I'm actually taking some of his corals today. I'm going to hand the camera over to Reef Dork so that he can show you his tank himself. It is an exceptional tank. I swear on my life, I have seen hundreds of tanks. And in person, and I've obviously seen it on his channel as well, in person, this is without a doubt the best tank I have ever seen in my whole life. The colours, the difference, I will let Reef Dork show you, but it's so well planned out, and the fact that I'm about to decimate an entire section of it here is almost sad, but I'm sure he will explain to you why he's doing that, and yeah. So I will pass the camera over now, and we'll go from there. So,
well, thank you for the introduction, Ryan. Yeah, and he's right. To be fair, the tank is banging. It does look amazing, if I do say so myself. So Ryan is taking a few bits today, quite a few bits, and let me show you if I can work out how to turn the camera around. But here we go. Then this is the overall tank. We've got, I've mentioned this before on a video, we've got the island that Ryan is taking is basically all of that enormous rock at the back. It's about 3 years old, it's proper grown out, really settled, and I think all of the frags, in fact, all of those corals on there I bought from other hobbyists, so they're as settled as it's possible to get, which is wicked. And Ryan thinks I'm crazy for getting rid of this because they're all nice corals and they're all established. But the reason I'm doing so is because they're all too similar. So there's kind of green, blue, different shades of green, and it's just all the colours look too similar. But we're going to try to pull this out, and this is likely to be a bit of a challenge. So I've raised my lights up as high as I can, because that rock, I reckon, weighs, what do you reckon, Ryan? 10 kilos, including all the corals?
Yeah, probably at least.
So, so I've got myself a ladder so I can get some leverage. I'm going to try to just kind of pull it out and see how we get on. But it could be. This is going to be. I'm going to have a very wet floor, basically.
Can you just explain what some of these corals? Only because I don't know any of the names of these corals. I think they're so nice that they're worth showing off. Sure.
So, I tell you, we'll talk about these when we pull it out. But so most of my corals are SPS. Most of them are aquapora, right? Copper band, 1 year old, good lad. This one, I've got no idea what it is, but it's kind of like a creamy tealy colour, and it's really nice. It's got this kind of slightly unusual, I think, long branching, almost staghorn, but quite thin growth pattern. It's a nice coral. Don't know what it is. The one behind it, the pink one with yellow tips, see if we can get a bit closer. That is an Indonesian Latistella aquapora, which is one of my favourites. It's looking a little bit darker than it usually does. It's a little bit brighter normally, but it's a really nice coral. Then you've got a classic barley shortcake, strawberry shortcake there. Have you got those, Ryan? Have you had?
No, I don't. I've never actually had one.
So that I found that really difficult to keep. That is 3 years old, and I got it as a 1-inch frag to start with, and it took about 2 years to do anything, and now it's kind of coming around. We've got in the middle here a Tropic Thunder Monty. That for me is one of the nicer it's kind of
encrusting Monties, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say tabling, but it's encrusting there, but
it looks like it's tabling.
It kind of does. But I think that's a really nice coral, and I think I prefer that one. And actually, one of the ones I'm getting rid of, which I'm sad about, is the Undata, the tabling Undata. That and the Tropic Thunder for me are the nicer Monties. They're a bit more than just red or green, and they're really nice colours. What else we got? We've got a Jack-o'-lantern Leptoceras. If you don't own one of these corals, go and buy one. They're amazing. They're so bright. And this is the one, so if I when I'm, you can't see, so my garden is over there. And if I'm walking back in from the garden, that is, at night when the blues are on, that is the coral, the Leptoceras. Glows brighter than it. You can see it from space probably. It's massive. What else have we got? What else do you want to know, Ryan?
What's the name of this one at the top here?
That one at the top, that is a Pac-Man Hurlock Aquapora. I don't make the names, don't blame me. But that's really nice as well. So that's kind of got, the lights are a little bit blue because it's early in the morning, but it's got green tips with kind of purple skin underneath. Again, that's a mental fast grower. That was a 1-inch frag a year ago, and it's gone crazy, so I do need to frag it. Actually, there's a couple other corals that I want to show as well. These are celebrity corals. So these two, this one here is a dragon fruit Xyphastra, and this is a burning banana Stylociniella, which is yellow and red, very unusual. And the dragon fruit Xyphastra, that's pink tips with kind of pink skin and green, doesn't show so well. But that I got from a very famous.
From me when you came to see me, didn't you?
I did, exactly. And those were, there were a few corals I wanted,
yeah,
but those stood out massively. That dragon fruit, your photo on the website, you did it the other way around. Your photos don't look as good as the corals do. You undersell it.
That's why you undersell and over deliver.
Exactly.
So people aren't disappointed.
Exactly. And that looks just, the second I saw that, it was just, it's amazing. It's a lovely
It
coral.
is funny. That is one of the pieces that when people come to the farm to see the corals, that's one of the pieces that people almost always take.
Yeah.
So
it's amazing. I absolutely love it. And I've tried. So I've got quite a fancy camera, and I've tried to get a proper photo of it, but I can't get the pink out right. But it's so nice.
Particular fish you want of interest you want to show, or?
So let's look at my big one. So everyone loves the copper band, of course. Wesley Stripes. That was named by my missus, obviously. He's a year old now. I've just done a video on him, on how to keep him. Don't buy one, he'll probably die. This is the 4th one I've had.
I've got 4.
You've got 4?
I've got 4.
So what's the secret? You've figured out how to keep them, obviously.
It's usually best to buy them from other people that have already had them breaking their tanks down.
For sure.
Same with a lot of the fish that I have that are more difficult, like the powder blue tang and convict tang. Anything which is difficult, I like to buy from other people. Let them take the risk, basically. These fish do come up eventually. It's just about having patience. For
sure, yeah. And you've got a nice advantage there because you get to see more kind of tank breakdowns. But that's a good one. Other fish though. So these are, I don't know how well you'll be able to see them. That's the size of my fist, and that's Mrs. Clownfish. She's absolutely enormous, and she's scared now. But they're about 3 years old. They are what are they called? Da Vinci clownfish. And do you know what? So these were 3 times the price I paid in one shop, and I went to a shop 5 miles up the road, and they were 50 quid for a pair rather than 150 quid. So if you shop around, you can get good deals.
Right, now it's time to get started, and it was nice for Reef Dork to have done that for you, see, because you got a chance to see what a proper YouTuber is like when they're filming, because as you know, I sort of just half-ass it most of the time.
When you say proper YouTuber, by the way, I'm doing this deliberately, because I've just been explaining how difficult this is going to be, and I'm nervous not to break anything. And he bangs the camera on to crank up the tension.
Of course. So look, I'm passing over my trusty coral cutters. There you go.
Oh god.
So,
right.
and I'm now going to film him while he does it.
Touching my corals.
No pressure. It's not like thousands of people are watching you. So
probably only hundreds on your channel.
That's probably the most significant insult of the day.
It's funny because it's true.
True to some extent.
Right. The trouble is I can't see because the light's in the way now as well. This was a lot easier in my head.
Yeah, I'm not sure this is going to be the best way of doing it, if I'm honest, but we'll...
Oh, it's going.
Oh, that is insane.
Holy shit, it's going. Oops, sorry.
Maybe it...
Right, I've got it. Come take a video from above. That looks wicked. Why am I selling this?
Why are you selling this?
Honestly, they're so nice.
So, but these will be, some of these will be on my website reasonably soon. And, they're even more prestigious because they come from Reef Dork. So.
Ooh, God, that's heavy.
It's a very, very tense bit of surgery going on.
You still filming?
Yeah, I'm still filming.
Chooses the most stressful parts. Right.
Look, people want to, capture, the excitement, the tension.
People want to see me mess up and smash it.
People want to see you mess up and smash it, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yes.
So there were 2 pieces which you were keeping, weren't there?
Indeed. So this is nicer than it looked, but you've got a couple of bits on there.
So I got a little couple of cheeky free bits.
Indeed.
But as you can see, I'm going to have a lot of work to do today because this is going to take a lot of processing.
Right.
Right, as you can see, this is the final result. So look like that, look, making noise as I'm filming, see? So as you can see, there is now a very large gap where the corals used to be. And do you know what you've got planned for this gap now? Or is it just, you just go wing it?
I've got a rock in the sump that I'm going to put back on there to get some more stuff on there. But looking at it, I don't think it's going to be big enough. But the plan is to get some really nice high-end corals. I need to find a reputable coral seller there, and I'm afraid
you don't know any, do you?
I don't know any, so... yeah.
I like how I just killed it. So, right, now that's it for my time with Reef Dork. What I would like you all to do is go over to his channel, click that subscribe button, and if you've already clicked that subscribe button, click it again, so they are unsubscribed. And the thing that one of the things I would like to point out is that Reef Dork loves it when you comment on his wallpaper. He absolutely loves it. Because we went out to dinner once, it was actually with Aaron's Aquarium, and he told me that one of his favourite things is when he gets comments on just how amazing the birds are through the fish tank. Yes. So if you could all go do that for me, it will make him a very happy man, and we want you to be a happy man, don't you?
Thank you very much. Mate.
Don't do that, he hates it. Right, as you can see, I'm back in my usual habitat, and it's been a very long day. You wouldn't believe how long it took to process that rock. It took probably about 2 hours. As many of you will probably know by now, everything that enters these systems gets removed from any rocks or plugs. It gets dipped, it gets inspected, and basically that is what I've been doing all this time. I'm not going to show you the corals today because they are literally decimated, and it will make Reef Dork cry. But he knew what was going to happen. What I will do is I'll show you what the rock looks like now because I've got it in front of me, and you'll see what I mean by like literally everything gets processed. Right, so if you're watching this, Reef Dork, look away because this is what remains of that beautiful collection of corals. As you can see, everything's been removed and it's all in the tanks now. But you can't believe that just 2 hours ago, this was literally covered. But unfortunately, it's a necessity to try to keep as much out of the systems as possible. So what I'll do, I'll give you an update on Reef Dork's corals in the next video. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Please feel free to comment below if you have any questions. If you did enjoy it, why not click that like and subscribe button. I just want to say a massive thank you to Reef Dork for putting up with being harassed by me, although apparently he can give as good as he can get. And as always, just a massive thank you to everyone who supports the channel on Patreon. Have a good week, and I will see you next time.